Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a super fun video. It is a thrift flip challenge. As most of you probably know, several weeks ago, this channel got hacked. It was terrible, and a few of my friends, a lot of my friends came to my rescue. Now, Rachel and Leesa reached out to me and said, hey, let's collab. Let's do a thrift flip challenge video. We'll get some new eyes on your channel and help it grow. Well, in the meantime, my channel has been recovered. Hallelujah. And now I get to return the favor by putting more eyes on their channel. So when you are done with this video here, check the description box below, hop over and watch their videos. If you like these kind of thrift flips and DIY content, make sure you subscribe to their channels as well. All right, I am up at the Antique Mall where I have my booth. Not technically a thrift store, but I did find the booths that are on sale. So super low prices. I figure that kind of counts, right? There is a lot of really cool stuff inside. I'm going to take you around, show you some of the cool things I found, and I'll show you what I picked out. My challenge was to pick an item out for Leesa Boone. Now, if you check out her social media, she likes a lot of flowers, a ton of color, but a little more feminine French country vibe, in my opinion. I had considered this box. I really wanted to give Leesa a good challenge on this thrift flip. I looked inside the box. It needed a lot of work. I carried this around for a while, but it's not what I picked out. You'll have to stay tuned to find out what I picked out for Leesa. Now, I did find this chicken, and it 100% came home with me. It lives on my Hoosier now. Before we get to Leesa's item, let's see what Rachel got for me. If you're hopping over here for the first time, my name is Bree. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bree, and I am super glad you're here. You're going to be able to find the paint products and today's flips over on my website, upcycledbybree.com, and don't forget to check me out on social media as well. But I will be sure to link all of that down in the description box below. Rachel went shopping for me. This is the package. I have not even opened it yet. We're going to do that together and see what she sent me. Ooh, I see some pretty detail already. Very cool. There's two in here. So it looks like we have a matching set of stacking boxes. Those are very interesting. Okay, so me and Rachel chit-chatted about this just a little bit. I hadn't seen these yet, but she said she thought maybe they were vintage sewing boxes. What do y'all think? They're completely plastic canisters, but they do not seal. Kind of like a faux wood grain. Not very attractive, but we're gonna fix that. And I like the idea of vintage sewing boxes. In fact, here lately in a couple of my hauls, I have got some vintage sewing things. So we're gonna roll with that theme. We're gonna turn these into some super cute vintage sewing boxes, AKA you could use them for whatever you wanted. There are a lot of details on these little boxes. I'm gonna stay pretty simple though. I'm gonna do one paint color, DIY water lily. I am obsessed with this beautiful blue color right now. And then I think I am going to highlight those details with a little bit of the golden rule, which is the gold gilding wax. I'm using my favorite brush, the Klingon F30. I'm going to show y'all a little bit about Klingon brush care today too, as I've had some questions. DIY paint is a clay-based paint. It is all natural, made out of only 9 ingredients. It's highly pigmented and a thick paint, so your coverage is amazing. Also, it will adhere to almost any surface. It covered this plastic really, really well. Now for some of these smaller details, I went on with my Klingon R14. You can see this is a round brush, and you can see the gray strings that are tied around the bristles. Those are going to help keep the brush in its round shape. So if you purchase one of these brushes, do not cut those off. You see here though, it gets in those little details and around all of the crevices just amazingly. Here is one coat. I started with the box upside down to make sure I didn't miss any spots, and look at it next to the original finish. It already looks so much better. You can see after just one coat, y'all, we have some amazing coverage. Since I painted them upside down, there are just a couple spots that I missed. I'm gonna go through and do just like a quarter coat, hit those spots, and we will be ready for some wax. While the canister's dry, let's get these brushes clean. They sat out for a couple hours. This paint is pretty dry and crusty. All I'm gonna do is dip them in a cup of warm water. I dump out most of the water so only the bristles are submerged. And after, about an hour or so, you can see most of that paint just fell out into the bottom of the cup. Klingons basically clean themselves. They're a synthetic bristle brush, high quality, and leave minimal brush strokes. I really do highly recommend these Klingons. I didn't invest in good brushes in the beginning of my career, but I definitely do now. They make a big difference in the quality of your work. I like to dry my brushes in one of these baby bottle drying racks, and then I do hang my brushes to store them to make sure they maintain their shape, and it looks super cool. These canisters are dry and it's time to get them finished. DIY paint is water soluble until it's sealed. So I can take this wet rag and just wipe off any extra paint that got up on the lip of these canisters, leaving me a nice high quality finished look. All right, time to apply the wax. I've got it on one side and I just wanted y'all to see the amazing difference. I'm dipping a bit of my white wax out onto my parchment paper here. Since DIY products are all natural, you want to take your product out of the original container so you do not contaminate the original product and possibly create mold. Now when I'm waxing, I like to use these chip brushes. They provide a really cool whitewashed effect, or if you want a heavy wax like I'm doing today, they get down in the crevices really well. After they are old and way too used, I can just toss them instead of trying to clean them. Once I get the heavy wax applied, I take a Viva paper towel and wipe off the excess. Notice I'm working in small sections, that way the wax doesn't saturate the paint before I get a chance to wipe it back. Golden Rule is DIY's gold gilding wax. It is a buttery smooth consistency like the other waxes and very easy to work with. I am applying a little bit to my fingertip here and just applying it to the details on the hardware, giving it a beautiful golden shine. This wax will dry completely hard and stay put once it is all cured up. I'm putting my hardware back onto these canisters and they are done. Let's take a peek at what they looked like before. Little reminder, plastic, faux wood grain, not very attractive. Here is a peek at the reveal. What do we think? Leave me a comment below. Did I nail this thrift flip surprise makeover or what? Going with the vintage sewing box idea was fun. It gave me some fun ideas for staging. Be sure to check out my vintage found and antique collection if you'd like to take a look at all of the vintage sewing supplies that I found that I have listed on my site. And here is what I got for Leesa. There is not a lot of color on this. I don't see her work with a lot of metal, but I know she loves flowers. I thought it would be a fun flip challenge for her. This is the booth that it came from. Very rustic, very Kansas, not really her vibe, so I thought this would be a fun challenge. Be sure to check out Leesa and Rachel's videos down in the description box below. I hope y'all had a ton of fun doing this thrift flip challenge with me today. I always love doing these videos with my friends. Again, don't forget to check the box below, hop over to Rachel and Leesa's channel, give them a subscribe and a thumbs up. Be sure to share all of these fun videos out with your friends if you love this kind of DIY content. Till next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, friends. Oh my God, I love them. Why am I excited about zippers? Vintage zippers, huh? The girl loves her junk.